This video is just a quick one. I don't know how quick it'll be, but showing two things. One, how to fill out a table of values given an equation, and the other, how to find an equation given the table of values. So if they give you the equation, they say y equals x, or y equals x plus 2, or y equals x minus 5, the only way that we need to know to fill out the table of values is to plug the value of x that they give us into the equation. So in this case, y equals x, of course, it's just going to be the same as the y value is going to be the same as the x value. If they're equal, they're equal. Here, if we have y equals x plus 2, this will be negative 2 plus 2, and negative 1 plus 2, oops, and 0 plus 2, and 1 plus 2, and 2 plus 2. And so we'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Each time just adding 2 to the x value. Here, if we have x minus 5, this will be 1 minus 5, and 2 minus 5, and 3 minus 5, and 4 minus 5, and 5 minus 5. So that should be these values, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. Or if y equals 2x, that's 2 times negative 5, or 2 times negative 4. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Just substituting this value into there. Same for y equals 5 minus 2x. We take our x value, multiply it by 2, and subtract it from 5. So 2 times negative 2 is positive. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Subtract that is adding 4. This is 5 plus 4 should be 9. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Subtract that, that's adding 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. Continue down. Oops, it should be a 5, a 3, and a 1. Continue down, each time just taking the value of x that we've got here. If x is 2, we throw it in there. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Just substitution. And for our last one, y equals 3x plus 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Add 3, that's 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Add 3, that's 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Add 3, that's 12. Keep going and fill out the chart. So when they give you the equation, just substitute the x value in where it says x. The other type of thing is if they tell you values in a table of values, then you might want to find the formula. So in this case, we want to look at a couple of things. First off, just as a baseline, how is our x increasing? Our x is increasing by 1, by 1, by 1. All on the top row here it's by 1s, here it's by 1s, here it's increasing by 1, here it's increasing by 1. That's the most common way to present these, although it doesn't have to be that way. But it's a good thing to make note of, because if x was going up by 5 each time, that's something you would want to know. For the y values, we look at what changes they're making there. So here, they're going up by 2 to 3 is plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So if we're looking for y equals something, usually it's something x plus or minus something. So we don't know what those are. If it was a graph, we would call this mx plus b. In this case, if I take the x value and I add 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. I get the right answer. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Y equals x plus 1 will give me the equation I want here. So in this case, what I'm saying is the step between each of these is adding 1 each time. So that's where this just x, 1x, which we usually just write as x, comes from. And the plus 1 is what happens when x is 0. Well, if this was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, if x is 0, it would be 1. So that's when x is 0. For my next one, if I take a look here, I'm going up by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2. It's definitely 2x. And when x is 0, what's y going to be? If I went 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. So 2x plus 0, which usually we just don't write to 0. Here, our y values are going up by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2. So I'm going to write y equals 2x. That's by 2. X is going up by 2 each step. And if I were to continue back down to when x is 0, so 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. 2x plus 1. Graphically speaking, these terms here, that one, and that one would be the slope. And these terms here, that, and that would be our y-intercept. Let's do these last three. Here we've got, for D, y is going up by 1, up by 1, up by 1, up by 1. So we know that y is equal to 1x, which usually we just write as x. And when x is 0, what's y going to be? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Y would be negative 1, 2, 3, negative 4. So y equals x minus 4. For E, the steps are down by 3, down by 3, down by 3, down by 3. So y equals negative 3x. And when x is 0, well, I don't even have to extrapolate or interpolate or anything. It's right there. When x is 0, y is 0. So I could write plus 0, or I could just ignore it. And for F, I've got y equals, the steps are up by 2, up by 2, up by 2, up by 2. So that's 2x, positive 2x. And when x is 0, it's again given to me right on the chart, y is minus 7. And again, the slope would be 1, negative 3, positive 2, and the y-intercept would be negative 4, 0, or negative 7.